Good afternoon, everybody. Doug Jenkins from the Findlay-Hancock County Chamber of Commerce, live with you on a Monday afternoon as we meet our new members. Ryan LaPierre from Trillium Accounting joining us. Ryan, thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
So let's talk a little bit about your backstory and coming to the Findlay-Hancock County and actually Hardin County area in your case. Not originally from around here, but decided that this is a place where you wanted to be. Tell us a little bit about that journey.
Yeah, so my wife and I actually grew up in Massachusetts on a couple farms, and so we moved to South Carolina due to school and work. And the city we down in Greenville, South Carolina, the city that we moved to when we first moved there was about maybe 200,000 to 300,000 people, and the city grew to over 1 million now. And so it just outgrew us, and we decided to make a change and to purchase a small farm up here in Ohio, out in the Midwest, and have a little bit more space and raise our 4 children.
Very good. Well, welcome to the Buckeye State. Leave your Boston Red Sox fandom at the door, and and we'll get on with it. So, Trillium Accounting, this is it's an interesting concept. Like you said, when you were looking kind of at places to move, you were also looking at some different things, and initially you were doing some other things, but realized there's not really contract accounting here, at least not a large amount of contract accounting agencies in this area. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so Trillium Accounting, we do contract accounting. So essentially, you as the business owner, if you don't want the worries and the stress of managing a finance department or having to pay a human resource department to manage the finance department, paying onboarding fees and 401k and the benefits and all of that, we can come on site and act as your financial department. We can do it in all the aspects of a finance department. So for instance, bookkeeping, we can come in and act as your bookkeeper for those with small businesses and can't really afford the controller CFO level. We also come in as the controller and do analytical work. So take apart your financial statements, help you read them, understand them. And then a CFO can come along. We can come along as a CFO and be a strategic partner in helping you make bigger decisions, whether you need to expand growth and add on another plant or reduce a plant, or those types of strategic questions that we can help you with.
I have to imagine this is something that's valuable to businesses from all sizes. Just in terms of real world examples, and you don't have to name the clients or anything, but in terms of a mid-sized business that you've worked with, what were some of the things you were able to come in and do for them and maybe help them with efficiencies?
Yeah, I'll have a transportation company that the owner and his wife had been doing the books, for a number of years, and just outgrew. The business was growing to a place where she needed to focus on the children and raising the children, and they needed our help to come alongside and kind of do the bookkeeping for them. To be able to help them where at the end of the year they know exactly what their tax number is going to be, and then even on a cash basis, being able to help them figure out, okay, how much cash am I going to have left over at the end of each month, and doing a projection for them saying, hey, at the end of the year you're going to have this much cash. You could potentially buy another truck or vehicle or something to be able to even further your growth.
It's almost like having peace of mind and having somebody confirm those numbers for you, but also really helping people through growing pains, which, there's always, nothing ever moves literally, or at the same time, you might be expanding services and all of a sudden, well, now we got to catch up with that with what we need to do on our finance side. So you can help bridge that gap and really make those growing pains go away.
Exactly. In my experience, what I found is that clients typically, before they came on board, they would get to their tax return, in the months leading up to the tax return being due. And it was like, I got to pay my tax accountant, and my tax accountant's got to fix everything, figure everything out to be able to do the tax return. Well, now what Trillium does is it allows the tax return preparer to get our financials or the financial statements that we help the client prepare and pass those on to the tax return preparer. And it's an easy transition, and the tax return preparer can complete that tax return with no problem at all. So there's no cleanup work. It's a pretty smooth transition.
Making life easier for business owners. I like that idea. And you came to, I'm interested how you came into this because it seems like it's very helpful in nature. Obviously, there's the business plan that goes with it, but you've done corporate accounting, you've worked in different settings and everything. But what was it that was the jumping off point for you when you decided, "Yeah, this is really the way I want to go"?
Yeah, I guess I'll take you a quick walk through my career. So,
Yeah.
started out in public accounting, did 6 years of audits, tax returns, and then did a little bit of contract accounting even at the firm. Stepped from there and actually worked at a contract accounting firm. So it was the same idea down in South Carolina, and but it was local. And so, a lot of businesses needed that help. And so, in the back of my mind, after doing 3 years of it, I tucked it away in my mind and said, you know what, I want to do this full time by myself. And but I knew I needed the corporate world experience. So then spent the next 10 years in public or in the corporate world. Started out as a controller and then worked my way up to CFO. Was the CFO of an automotive manufacturing company, a global automotive manufacturing company. And so, did that for a number of years, and then decided, you know what, I feel like I've got enough experience now, and can start my own thing. And I'm so happy I did. It's been very rewarding. Hard, long hours, but very rewarding.
Well, that's so. I mean, it better be rewarding when you're putting in the, especially the fulfillment part of it, when you're putting in the long hours. But we're very excited for you, and we're happy to have you on board here at the Chamber. If people want to learn more about Trillium Accounting, maybe they have some numbers they want to run by you, or maybe they're experiencing those growing pains. What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Yeah, thank you. So, website would be the first. I would say go to www.trillium-accounting.com. And there is a forms page on there. Fill it out. It automatically sends me an email. Or if you just want to go straight to my email, it's ryan@trillium-accounting.com.
Very good. Ryan, thanks again for joining us this afternoon. Thanks for joining the Chamber, and we look forward to working with you.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. And I look forward to working with all the Chamber members and being a part of it.
Absolutely. Well, that'll do it for our broadcast today. For Ryan, I'm Doug. Have a great afternoon, everyone.